Here is why we never got a fourth Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. Creative differences between Sam Raimi and Sony. Sam Raimi, who directed the first 3 Spider-Man films, was heavily involved in the development of Spider-Man 4. However, as the film's production moved forward, Raimi and Sony began to clash creatively. Raimi had a particular vision for the film and wanted to make sure the story was strong, especially after the mixed reception of Spider-Man 3. He didn't want to rush the story and was determined to ensure it was right, but Sony, eager to capitalize on the success of the previous films, pushed for a faster turnaround and more commercial elements. This tension escalated as Raimi was reportedly unhappy with the studio's insistence on introducing multiple villains, something that had been a point of contention in Spider-Man 3 with the inclusion of Venom, Sandman, and the New Goblin. Raimi had expressed concerns about Spider-Man for suffering from a similar overcrowding of villains. So back in 2010, after the huge success of Spider-Man 3, a fourth installment in the series was announced with Tobey Maguire and director Sam Raimi returning. However, the movie never came out due to a number of issues behind the scenes. So here are the reasons why. The original story was going to revolve around the villainous Vulture, who was played by none other than John Malkovich. In fact, there were early concept designs of the character floating around online, which show that the Vulture was set to be the main antagonist of the film, and some reports suggested that he would have been joined by a female villain, possibly Black Cat. Now, on top of this, there was a lot of talk about Venom being in the movie, potentially played by Topher Grace, who played Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3. Now, this would have been a much more refined version of Venom, as the fans were not happy with how he turned out in the last movie. On top of these villains, the movie would have also explored the relationship between Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson more, as well as Peter E's continuing growth as a hero and his self-doubt as he struggles to balance his personal life with his superhero responsibilities. But unfortunately, due to all the behind-the-scenes drama and the Studio E's disagreement with the script and the direction of the film, Sam Raimi ended up quitting, and in the end the movie was cancelled and the series was rebooted with Andrew Garfield in The Amazing Spider-Man in 2012. Now, even though we never got to see it, there were actually plans for a 5th Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire as an older Peter Parker, passing the torch to a new young hero, but unfortunately this movie is now very unlikely to ever happen. Now, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about Tobey's Spider-Man, but I personally think he's a fantastic Spider-Man and I would love to see him return in a future movie. Who else would love to see this?